Well, hi everybody. We have another, well, food review, I guess. It's not a fast food review, though. That's the one thing that you fans might be going, well, wait a minute. Doesn't Tuck always do the fast food reviews and the drinks and all that stuff? Well, we're going to talk about eating something that's not necessarily fast food, but quick nonetheless. And I don't always like to go to fast food places. I don't eat that every day or every night. Now, for you guys, I might, but even with my very busy schedule, I still have to eat normal meals once in a while. I'm not saying what I'm about to eat here is a normal meal, but it's at least close. Now, I know that the Wolf Pit, hopefully he sees this. He's one of my favorite kind of food reviewers, and he does a lot of this frozen meals and prepared meals and things like that aren't necessarily fast food, but he it does all sorts of videos with things kind of like this. So this gave me a little inspiration. So shout out to Wolf Pit and all his fun stuff. Love watching his reviews. But this one here is a Boston Market beef pot roast meal. Now, I got this for $2 at our local Cub Foods supermarket up here in Minnesota. And this looked really good, and it was only $2. So it looked good, and I know a lot of times these boxes might look good on the outside, but half the time the stuff you look at inside the bowl isn't that good, or even look close to what that is. Okay, so anyway, this is beef pot roast. It's got steamed vegetables, signature homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. Now, I think this is probably their big thing because, well, their potatoes, I mean, because they give you, folks, and I'm not kidding, they give you a giant, I mean, look at that portion. I mean, that's a pretty deep, thick bowl of taters. Can I spill? Oh, Erica's gonna kick my booty. All right, hold on a minute here. There we go. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So this stuff, beef pot roast, steamed vegetables. It looks like some celery, carrots, green beans, and of course the potatoes and gravy. The gravy is on the side with all the meat and veggies, so you're gonna have to kind of mix that into the potatoes, which isn't a big deal. But you cook it for 5 minutes, you stir it, you recover it, and then you put it in for another 3 minutes, and it's pretty good. You just let it sit for about a minute when it comes out. It's still pretty darn hot, even as I've been preparing camera stuff. So this is going to be pretty hot. I still got the film on it. You can make it in the conventional oven. You can make it in the microwave oven. I made it in the microwave just because, like I said before, I don't have time for stuff, and I still want to eat half decent. And I'm also trying to eat a little bit better, fans. I mean, that's one thing, too, that I've always struggled with. I've struggled with my weight, up, down, the big, huge, giant roller coaster. And I know this isn't always eating better, but if you look at the instructions, and not the instructions, the ingredients. Where'd they go? There you go. There's a lot of stuff on here, fans, that is just good stuff. I mean, it's some of it's additives, some of it's, some of the. Here's some of the, if you want to look at, there's a lot of salt, okay? That's one thing, a lot of sodium. And I'm not a sodium guy. I got to watch my salt. So, I haven't eaten a lot today, so 60% of my daily salt, if I'm not going to eat anything else salty today, not a big deal. So let's get to this. It really looks good. It smells good. Even as I'm eating here at, 8:30, 9 o'clock, Dallas is going to bed. He smelled it in his room, and he comes running out of the kitchen. He wanted a bite of my carrots, so I gave him a bite of the carrots, and he at least gave me a little smile like, Daddy, you might like this one. We'll see, buddy. Okay, take it off the film. Let's not spill stuff. No, more, just getting all over Mom's table. There we go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, she's going to love me for this one. All right, there we go. Mom's Erica, by the way. We call her Mom in this household. Happy birthday to my mom. A little belated, but Mama Tuck Daddy Productions. Was just her birthday not too long ago. I'm not going to say how young she is, but happy birthday, Mommy. All right. So, let's take a look. What? Let's try that again. The meat looks pretty good. You know, the carrots are pretty crisp. You know, even when you stick a fork in them. Beans too. Beans are kind of the frozen variety. Now these things are more, you know, like when you buy frozen green beans. You know, there's a big difference between frozen green beans and canned green beans. These are like the frozen variety, so they're a little snappier. I want to take a bite of just the meat first here. I should have just did that. This kind of falls apart too. They say it's prime. What do they say? It was prime roast, prime beef, prime rib roast. Rib roast. It's meat. You can tell it's meat, which is good. And it has that simmered pot roast flavor in the background. That's what you really smell when you cook it too, is like you think you got something going in the crock pot. There's a carrot. Really tasty. Really tasty. I don't see much celery like it showed on the front of the box. I don't see any celery. Not a bad, I mean, not that I need celery, but all right. So veggies and meat are really good. Let's try the taters by themselves. Now, I didn't put any salt or pepper or any weird, I'm not going to alter it when I try it. Wow. What? Okay, for frozen taters, you guys, this is not bad. Yeah, definitely. These, okay, they give you a big thing of potatoes for a reason. They're good, man. I never had Boston Market's potatoes back in the day when they used to have the restaurants up here in Minnesota. I can't remember having them, but wow, are they good. Okay, I'm going to try, let's go taters, meat, and we'll go carrot and beans, all in one big. You guys don't like to do that. It's almost like the best beef stew you'll ever have, right? I mean, it's that good. With potatoes, hey, like I said, you're pressed for time and you still want to have a little home-cooked meal. The rest of the family's already ate. You need something to fulfill, you know. This will be that. I think that this is going to be more than enough for me to enjoy a dinner. But yeah, the potatoes are really good. But man, the vegetables, I'm really surprised. I mean, that's one of those carrots are so kind of crispy and they got that, like I said, that pot roast flavor when you mix everything up. Yeah. All right. I bought this for $2 at Cub right now. They're on sale. I don't know what their usual price is, and I should have looked. Go to Cub if you're in Minnesota or Wisconsin, you know, in this area, get a Cub Foods. They're $2 right now. Beef pot roast from Boston Market gets a 9. 9. It is so good. The only reason it doesn't get a 10 is I call BS on the celery, which is non-existent. Other than that, flavor-wise, boom, get this. I don't know what it costs regularly, but if it's even $3.50, $4, it's going to be worth your money and stuff in your face for a couple minutes. But yeah, this is really good, folks. Go get this. Beef pot roast from Boston Market in the freezer aisle at your local grocery store. 9 out of 10. I ain't kidding, folks. It's good stuff. We'll get that energy drink video coming up very soon. Thanks, folks.